How and when did you come up with the idea of flow?
Flow is just a play on my last name, which is Flores. So I came up with the idea of flow back in 2009. I was seeing what other trainers were doing and how they train athletes, and I knew I could do it better. So we came up with the whole idea of flow, and the reason why it's flow and not without the W. And basically, it's about movement. So can you move through the motion? Can you flow? Can the body move fluidly and not be stuck? Because a lot of athletes have adhesions in the muscles. They're tight for constantly lifting. So we want them to be loose and be more mobile. So that's where the whole flow concept comes into it.
What is flow about and how does it differ from other traditional workouts?
Flow is really about injury prevention for athletes. So what we focus on, we do an assessment on the athlete first. From the assessment, we'll develop their program based on what we find during the assessment. So let's say if their knees cave in when they're squatting, or we realize when they put their arms up, they can't put it up too high because their shoulder's too tight. So we find the breaks in their movement mechanics, and then we focus on that. As far as the beginning through our workouts, which you'll see throughout this presentation, is we have a whole system of training. So it's soft tissue work first to get the muscles loose so they can actually move. Then we do activation drills where we focus on core, we focus on hip, focus on shoulder mobility. Then we do dynamic warm-ups where we take them through actual movements, and then each athlete gets their own personalized workout after that. So they'll be able to take through that workout and we map their progressions. So it's a lot different in the sense that it's geared towards preventing things that are going to happen, whereas other places are so geared towards sports performance that they lift heavy, they try to make your athletes go as fast as possible. We're more of a regression where we want to make you move better, then you can move more often, as opposed to just making you lift heavy and try to get as fast as possible. Now through that, in our thought process is that from doing that kind of workout, is the body actually becomes faster because you work on its weak parts. So instead of working on your strengths and making them stronger, we're working on your weak points and bringing those up and making them stronger. And then in essence, your stronger points become stronger because of that, and the athlete's performance increases. So it's a slower process, but the results are better, and our athletes last longer throughout the season. So most flow athletes tend to not get injured during the season, where other athletes tend to get hurt a lot during the season. So, the results kind of speak for themselves.
Give me 3 adjectives to describe a flow athlete.
3 adjectives to describe a flow athlete. I think you got me on that one. Is prepared an adjective?
Sure.
All right, so we'll say prepared because they are prepared for movement. They're prepared to get in the field and do what they have to do as an athlete without having to think about it. So they're just, everything we do is preparing them for what they're going to be doing in their actual sport. Another good one is motivated, or I should say more inspired than motivated. The reason why I say inspired is because we try to not only give them the exercise part, but we try to give them mental stuff to do. We give them homework to do at home. We give them different wristbands for different levels, so that the athlete's constantly inspired to want to do better. It's one thing to motivate people. It's another thing to inspire them to excel, and that's one thing we try to focus on. And a third adjective. What did I say, right?
Prepare, inspire.
And is mobile an adjective?
Sure.
Yeah, we'll say mobile. Our athletes can move. They can step in and do things easier than most other athletes without having to think about it.
One more. Good. Whenever you're ready.